Welcome everyone to this video. I'm delighted to be here today and thank you for joining us. I'm pleased to introduce our past chair, who's the chair of the Nominations and Succession Planning Committee, Soren Kane. So Soren, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Dwight. It's a pleasure to report to the delegates and to all the IMCs and ICMCIs, which are members which are interested of our activity. NSPC, it's not a committee that works only once a year, but it works continuously, and our mission, which is fully accepted and followed by all the members of NSPC, that you are also a member, of course, as chair of ICMCI. So our mission is to ensure proper resources for adequate functioning of ICMCI at all levels. So trying to discover talents, bring them close to the organization and tell them the vision of the organization and tell them which is the way in which we want them to work for our benefit and for their benefit, of course.
Well, thank you very much for that. It is an important committee, and succession planning and nominations really drive the governance of ICMCI. What advice or insights would you have to institutes if they have someone they feel would be qualified to move up to the board level or the committee level? How can people get involved?
So I think that it's very, very important to have as many as possible people around you or our organization. So my first advice to the institutes, our members, is to be closer to the activity of ICMCI. In so many years of being around the organization, I have learned that ICMCI at the central level is doing a lot of activities, a lot of value is created for the members, while there is a barrier in transferring that value to the members of our members, which ultimately are our interest. I'll be very, very happy if the delegates will be much more involved in the day-to-day business of CMC Global, just to don't say, because ICMCI is the sum of all the members, while Global is more or less is the top of we are not better. The CMC Global is not better than RMS, but they are putting together all the resources and trying to make most of the benefit, and they know all the links. So first thing is to have more active delegates. Second is to promote as many people as possible to be part of our working groups, committees, of course, board. Also delegates. If a delegate is traditionally there since many years, they have to evaluate their activity. How much was brought by that delegate into the organization, which more or less is not canceling the traditional question, what's in it for me? While the IMCs were asking for the ICMCI. So what you are doing, which is the added value for me? And now it's very difficult to say that ICMCI, the CMC Global, is not generating added value. So now we have to make sure that that added value is spread all over the organization. So first is to push the delegates to be more active and to identify those people which are willing to be part of global things and able to contribute. Okay, English language barrier, it's still a barrier, but most probably it's going to disappear in a few years, with the little tricks that we learned in first time, I think, in China and then in Japan, that works very well. Then is to contribute and to share all the achievement of CMC Global to their members, because I'm sure that their members are going to identify the value and come to take it.
You're a perfect example, a poster child for that succession plan. You started as a delegate, you were chair of the Euro Hub, then you were the treasurer, I think maybe even a director on the board for a while before treasurer, then and then chair of ICMCI and now past chair. So you've done quite a bit for the organization, and I thank you for your service. What's your advice to us in ICMCI as you end your term as past chair and for us going forward?
That's a question for a person which seems to be in the verge of retirement. I'm not really retiring, but from the point of view of the organization, I'm going to step outside, but I'm not going to change side, in the sense that I've learned from previous people which were more or less, most probably more active than me in the organization. I want to name some of them, like Peter Sorensen or Brian Ing, just very roughly, and some others, many others. Some of them are not anymore with us, but we have to remember. And this is what I have learned. You step out of the administrative part of the whatever is board, executive areas and so on, but you are still pushing the organization in the same direction. So I'm not going to move on the other side and say, you're wrong. It's the easy side. Yeah. Now I was always good, but what you are doing, no, this is not the spirit, and this is not what is going on. I'm happy to look at the organization, and I can say most probably it's a lack of modesty what I'm saying, but what I can see today, it's much, much better and much more advanced than what I have found 15 years ago, which I think it's important, but without bringing fresh blood, without bringing new ideas, new people, youngsters, not so young. We need all the bunch. It's not only the youngsters that can move the things. Without having that, it doesn't really work. And this is, I take the advantage of this discussion and mention that I was so fortunate to have a very diverse NSPC with diverse characters, people from all over the geographical areas. Not too many ladies, but Lydia, it's a very strong lady, so it's compensating whatever we have there. And it's really very, very important to have the common understanding of the things, to open discuss all the issues, and to find the best way to push the things forward. What we have now, the number of candidates that we have this year, it's a record. I don't think that we are going to get it back sometimes, but this shows that we have done somehow our job, not only NSPC, but like organization, we did the job well, because the people were interested to be part of the game. Yes. Which I think it's a good start, but it should continue and should develop at all levels, not only at the board level, but also committees, working groups, whatever else we have invented, task forces. I like this word, task force, as a definition. Task force is something that is powerful. Yeah. So that's the idea.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate those words very much. So as we draw the interview to a close, have you any closing comments for us?
I wish you good luck, and I will have a close eye on you. Not like Sauron, you know, the little guy, but I think that it's an effort that we, people which are our management consultants since some years, I don't want to remember how many, we have to pay back to the profession, and this is one of the little things that we are doing in order to pay back for the benefits that we have achieved all our professional life from this wonderful profession, which is management consulting, or consulting in general, if you want. So my advice is to keep walking. This is not Johnny Walker, but keep walking fast and together. Yes. I think it's really important.
Thank you very much for your time today, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you in different ways as we go forward. Thank you.
Dwight, thank you very much for the nice words and for the thing that you made me feel like I was important for the organization somehow. I'm sure that you are going to take over the NSPC and continue to a better place. So it's good luck, and keep in touch.
Thank you very much. I will. Thank you.